Now at 6, city officials in Fort Scott have some questions after the announcement of a new baseball team. Plus, authorities in Newton County, Missouri investigate a shooting case which left 2 people dead. And the Ronald McDonald House receives a donation from a longtime partner.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The city of Fort Scott, Kansas is requesting information regarding an announced baseball team coming that's called the Fort Scott Marshals. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Now, last week, a press release announced the creation of the Fort Scott Marshals, who would play in the Central Plains Baseball League. But city officials say they were not aware of the announcement and have not signed on. The city's released a statement saying that while they hope to have a summer league, they want to make sure it's a legit league and a good fit for the city. While there is an actual Central Plains Baseball League for Kansas high schools, anyone approached by a representative of the Central Plains Baseball League is encouraged to contact the Fort Scott city manager. A man who says he's on the board of directors for the league says they put out the releases to draw attention to the league, but still have more work to do.
We're working on our website and getting built, and we're working on the team sites to get built. And we're working on getting social media up going for the team. So it's taking a process. It's taking a process, like people say, Rome wasn't built in a day, and a league's not going to be built in one day. So
tonight on KOAM News at 10, we're going to dig into the team announcement and questions it's raised. We have an update on the case of the Miami, Oklahoma travel agent who'd been accused by former clients of defrauding them. Diane Wyford's company is now facing an eviction. Wyford's been jailed since her arrest last week on charges that she wrote bad checks years ago. We have no word yet on whether she's been charged in the fraud investigation. We've talked with a number of people who claim they paid her thousands of dollars for vacation arrangements that were never made. Well, now an affidavit has been filed to evict Wyford's company, Wyford Tour and Travel, from 103 East Central Avenue in Miami. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for a first look at the weather.
Well, temperature out in Joplin, 72 degrees, and it's mostly cloudy, but we actually do see the clouds breaking up just a little bit out there. So we do have some rain that passed by earlier. Now, at the moment, we're clear. Rain showers have passed now to Branson. It's part of a larger system that was moving through Oklahoma, Texas, now into Arkansas. And the southern part of that storm had a bowing out segment, meaning strong wind gusts were that main threat for this storm. Now, it also has some severe thunderstorm warnings on those southern storms, but we were only just clipping the top half of that. So we didn't see much of a severe threat. Some stronger wind gusts, about 20-25 miles per hour, nothing too severe. And we do have the chance for an isolated storm or two passing in the morning hours. And we'll talk about that in just a bit.
See you soon. Authorities in Newton County, Missouri are investigating an apparent weekend murder-suicide. They say 62-year-old William Clanton called police Saturday night to report that he had shot his wife several times and that he had threatened to shoot himself. When authorities arrived, they found 65-year-old Vicki Clanton dead by gunshot wounds and her husband dead by a single gunshot. A 2-year-old boy is hospitalized following a golf cart crash in Golden City, Missouri. The Missouri Highway Patrol says the child was driving that golf cart on private property and crashed into a boulder. According to the Missouri Highway Patrol, that 2-year-old driver did crash. The child was taken to Cox Medical Center South in Springfield by Life Flight helicopter. At last report, he was in serious condition. Joplin City Council looks at a major land development proposal at tonight's meeting. On the agenda tonight is the first reading for a tax agreement pertaining to the Woodsonia development. You might recall from last month's City Council meeting a presentation for Prospect Village, a $375 million mixed-use land development project near Home Depot. If the first reading passes, it'll go on to second and third readings. The proposition must pass all three. We're going to have more details for you tonight on KOAM News at 10. Joplin School District is offering in-person assistance for families who want to enroll their kids for the coming school year. The district is employing 2 secretaries who will help families handle registration today through July 29th. You can find those secretaries in the main front door reception area at Joplin High School. You'll find more details on all of this at KOIMnewsnow.com. Ronald McDonald House Charities of the 4 states today received a donation from local Hispecco employees. Gave just under $2,400. It's the first of 4 checks the Hispecco plans to present throughout the year. Employees will also commit to volunteer service as well as their monetary contributions.
And Ronald McDonald's House is a great organization and really has an impact on the community, so we want to try to help support that. So it's been really beneficial, and a lot of the employees love giving back, and they're passionate about their communities and the organizations support the communities.
In last year's partnership with Ronald McDonald House of the 4 states, Hispecco gave more than $10,000 to that charity. It's a big day for some college baseball teams in Oklahoma. John Dales has that story for us later in sports. But up first, recent changes to homeowner insurance raises some questions and some scam concerns.
Join us for that.
In the wake of all that recent severe weather in the area, a lot of homeowners have been taking a closer look at their insurance. Chris Bryant looks at some recent changes homeowners can expect.
A lot of times people just grab that, that mail, like, oh, it's junk, I'm gonna throw it in the trash can.
That pile of papers from your insurance company could be notifying you of important changes to your homeowner's policy.
I know one company, they're sending out letters right now raising that wind and hail 1% deductible, and if you don't open that and realize that, and then you have a wind hail claim, and you don't know you've got a $3,000 or $5,000 deductible, that could be devastating, to your banking account.
That 1% deductible means if you carry $500,000 in coverage on your home, that new deductible could be as much as $5,000.
So insurance companies, to keep from going broke or leaving the state, being in the negatives, they're actually having the homeowner take on more payment and risk. So before you file a claim, make sure you know exactly what your deductibles are on your wind and hail.
And before you file that claim,
one of the biggest tips I have is especially just don't file a claim because someone climbed on your roof and told you to file a claim. I would call your agent, advise them, and also get a well-known local roofing company to come out and check it out.
The Better Business Bureau says our recent storms make this area a prime target for those looking to make a quick buck.
Anytime there's a storm or any kind of natural disaster, you're going to get scammers and unethical companies following in the wake, so to speak.
And before you commit to a contract,
consumers want to get things taken care of. If you have damage to your home or automobile or anything, you want to get it taken care of, but you don't want to rush into that process. You want to do your research and carefully vet any contractor before you pay them anything or sign any kind of a contract.
And never pay the full amount up front.
When you're working with a contractor, of course, they may need a deposit to get started. So BBB recommends roughly a third down, a third about halfway through, and then a third when the job is completed to your satisfaction.
Now, before you file a claim on your roof or any other kind of claim with your home insurance agencies, they say it's best to have somebody like a roofer take a look at the damage. Could be a situation where the cost of the repairs is actually less than the cost of your deductible. A little bit later, the Webb City Public Library takes some young readers on a trip way back in time.
And we still have some rain chances continuing into Tuesday. We'll talk about that right after the break. Well, it's been a dreary, rainy day today. Let's take a look outside at the downtown Joplin from Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. See, it's still pretty cloudy out there. We did see some breaks in the clouds, but right now, not too sunny. We are getting a little bit later into the evening, so we may not see the sun come out. Clouds continue because we do have some more storms rolling in the overnight hours and early Tuesday morning. But for right now, we're going to stay pretty dry. We've got a nice storm system that passed by. We were just clipping the top of that storm, but Oklahoma City, Texas, and now Arkansas got hit with some pretty strong, severe thunderstorms as it passed by. Main threat with these storms were stronger wind gusts. As you can see, we had a bowing out segment. That means wind gusts were up to about 50, 55 miles per hour. We only saw gusts getting up to about 25, 30 miles per hour, so nothing too severe in our area. Now, we don't see any more severe threat until later on into the weekend and early next week, but we do still have some storms coming in the overnight hours tonight, starting possibly about 2 a.m. Isolated and scattered thunderstorms, and those will continue until about 9 a.m. Not to mention wind gusts still with these systems. So this is where the storms start to roll in these western, southwestern counties. This is about 3:30, 4 a.m. You can see winds picking up about 40 miles per hour. Those storms will continue into the area, and for the rest of the day, about Tuesday, this is 10:30, so most of the storms have passed at this point. But winds are still going to be gusting 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout the remainder of the day. So it's going to be a bit windy until this system is completely out of our area. Now we can see rain chances start to spark after about 2 a.m., getting up to nearly 60% chance. And then it'll continue until about 8, 9 a.m. That threat really drops off down to about 20%, because most of the day on Tuesday, we still have a chance for an isolated shower or two passing through. But let's go ahead and take a look at that future track. So this is 8 p.m. tonight. You can see we're still in the mid 70s and a little partly cloudy. Some clouds, some clear skies. Those will continue and clouds start to increase as we see about 1 a.m. a nice shower moving through Parsons, Yates Center. Likely not any thunder or lightning with these showers, but looking in those southern counties, Veneta is getting some rain. This is about 4:30 in the morning, so we do start to see those thunderstorms pop up. And this little guy right outside the Joplin Metro is going to strengthen and move into Joplin a little bit later, so about 5:30. We'll have those scattered and isolated thunderstorms across those central counties and southern counties. Those are going to continue off to the northeast, and we'll have another break around 9 a.m. Again, still a chance for a few showers throughout the area. And then again, later on in the evening, 6:30 p.m., another isolated shower or two passing through. Like I said, no severe threat with any of these, but they could see some strong storms, some lightning, some thunder. But Wednesday, we clear out. Temperatures get back up into the mid 80s, and it's going to be sunny Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, we do have some showers rolling in Saturday overnight. And then Sunday and Monday, we have another severe threat. That might be our last one of the season.
That would certainly be welcome.
It definitely will. I'm ready for a break.
Yeah, we've had more than our share this season for sure. Thanks, Lindsay. Hey, if you've ever find yourself on the go, you want to still be able to watch our newscast live, you know you can. It's really simple. Right now, why don't you just download the KOAM Plus app. It's absolutely free of charge. The Apple App Store of your choice. Just search for KOAM Plus. Still ahead, 3 members of the Pitt State Track and Field program bring home national awards. And Oklahoma University softball tries to advance to the championship of the College World Series. John Dales has those stories and more coming up next.
Hey, welcome into sports. I'm John Dales. Fresh off NCAA championships for both the men's and women's track and field teams, Pittsburgh State brings home some more hardware today. Hunter Jones is named the Central Region Outdoor Field Athlete of the Year after winning the heptathlon with the 3rd highest score in D2 history. Kyle Rutledge is named Central Region Men's and Women's Coach of the Year, and Jesse Miller is Central Region Women's Assistant Coach of the Year in just his 2nd year. Now switching gears to summer collegiate baseball, the Nevada Griffins look for their first win of the season tonight on the road in Carroll, Iowa. Doubleheader this evening. They're off to an 0-3 start. I'll give you a score update later tonight at 9 and 10. In Division I college softball, only 4 teams are still alive: Texas, Stanford, Oklahoma, and Florida. Now today, the Sooners try to punch their ticket to the Women's College World Series Finals. Oklahoma against Florida. If the Sooners win, they advance to the championship. If they lose, these two play again tomorrow in an elimination game. Top of the 2nd, Riley Boone drives one deep to center, but Kendra Falby makes a leaping catch. OU down 1-0, bottom 2, and same score when Falby slaps one down the line, gets by The diving outfielder, she's going to go all the way around for an inside the park home run. Her first hit in the Women's World Series. Florida up 2-0. Next batter, Skylar Wallace, and she just crushes this pitch off Nicole May. That's gone. Solo home run. Florida on top 3-0. Bottom of the fourth, more of the same. All Gators in this one. They win 9-3. They snap Oklahoma's 20-game NCAA tournament win streak. That forces a winner-take-all game tomorrow. First pitch of that elimination game, still TBD, but we know it will be tomorrow in Oklahoma City. Sooners are the 3-time defending national champions and have made it to the national championship 4 seasons in a row. Very busy day for D1 college baseball as well. It's the final day of regionals across the country. Both Oklahoma and Oklahoma State face a situation where a loss ends their season and a win sends them to super regionals. Oklahoma State against Florida. Winner advances to play Clemson in the super regionals. Cowboys start from behind. At the bottom of the third, Ashton Wilson hits a bloop single into right center. 2-run score. The Gators open up a 2-0 lead. OSU trying to avoid losing at home in regionals for a third consecutive year. This helps the comeback effort. Aiden Mayola with a line drive all the way to the wall. A run will score. It's now 2-1 at that point. Still a 1-run game in the bottom of the sixth. That's when Florida left fielder Tyler Shelnut blasts this pitch deep to left field. No doubter, going for a home run, and the Cowboys' 2024 season ends. For the third year in a row, they get knocked out in regionals on their home field. Meanwhile, over in Norman, 1-seed Oklahoma also plays a winner-take-all game. That's tonight. The Sooners face 3-seed UConn. First pitch at 8 p.m. The winner from that one advances to play Florida State in Super Regionals. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOIM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. As we told you, the city of Fort Scott wants answers regarding that new baseball team called the Fort Scott Marshals. Well, we're going to take a deeper look into the newly announced team in the league. Plus, why the cost of construction materials could be a driving factor behind rising insurance premiums. And celebrating the warmer weather with a cold one? Well, we're going to look at why researchers say beer made with sewage water could be the beverage of future summers. You heard me correctly. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOIM News at 9 on Fox 14. Dinosaur Dimensions, an educational summer program, stomped into Webster Public Library today. This news and the program allows the public to get educated about prehistoric creatures while seeing some lifelike dinosaur animatronics in action. Look at that, packed crowd. Workers say the library creates a perfect, safe place for reading and laughing and for releasing dinosaurs.
Knowing that the library is an open space that they're safe at, and just have the enjoyment of reading and adventures, and just find the love of reading and just have stuff to enjoy.
Kiddos, while they weren't being hypnotized, apparently got to meet 4 dinosaurs as well as learn some dino facts, and they got a few little jump scares along the way. There's one of them right there. Bit scary, but kind of fun. Who didn't love dinosaurs? Weather kind of wet still.
Still a little rainy, and that's going to continue until Tuesday. We do have a chance of some storms in the morning, but after that we'll clear up.
Final sports note.
The Cardinals start a 3-game road series against the Astros in Houston tonight.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.
Captioning on